Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome, my dear students in grade 9 prep 3 to my channel English for You, the English Gate. Today, inshallah, we will answer a model exam from Arab Republic of Egypt, Ministry of Education and Technical Education, third year preparatory exam for our sons abroad 2021, second term, English language advanced level. The first question is language functions or the dialogue. As I told you, my dear students, you have to read the dialogue as a whole while it is empty, then you start answering the questions. Here it's a dialogue between Kareem and his father. Welcome back, Dad. I missed you so much. Hello, my dear. Space. Kareem. Space. Never better, thank God. And what about the flight? It was very comfortable. Space, I have brought you lots of nice things. I'm asking about the laptop you promised me to bring. Unfortunately, space. So let's start with the suggested answer for the first item. Here, Kareem said, welcome back, Dad. I missed you so much. So the father may say, hello, my dear. I missed you so much too. Never better, thank God. So here's the suggested answer. I hope you have enjoyed your stay or your journey abroad. This is the suggested answer. Never better, thank God. And what about the flight? Here's the answer. Yes, it was very comfortable. So the suggested answer, was it comfortable? Was it comfortable? Yes, it was comfortable. Here I have brought you lots of nice things. So Karim is asking, what have you brought for me? I brought you lots of nice things. Karim said, I'm asking about the laptop you promised me to bring. Sorry, and the father said, unfortunately, I forgot it. But I will buy it to you soon. I'll buy it to you soon. So here are the suggested answer for the dialogue. And as I told you, my dear students, that the answers for the dialogue could be different from one student to another. It depends on your understanding the situation, and any reasonable answers will be acceptable from your teachers. So now we will go to the second question, that is vocabulary and structure. Choose the correct word or words in brackets. So have you underlined the right answer. We need lots of people to sign our petition, donation, letters, money. So here the right answer is petition. If I spoke English, I would understand the film. If you look to the second part of the sentence, you will discover clearly that it's conditional F type 2. So here the suggested answer for the second item is if I spoke. If I spoke English, I would understand the film. Support organization which are trying to bring in at about of an end to trade in rare animals. So here the suggested answer for that phrasal verb is bring about. Bring about means here to achieve something. Bring about, support organizations which are trying to bring about an end to trade in rare animal. This time tomorrow, I have, will have, had, will finish this morning. Here is we are talking about an action that will be completed in a certain time or at a certain time in the future. So we have to use future perfect. Future perfect will have plus past participle. So the answer is will have finished. That is future perfect. That is talking about an action that is or will be completed at a certain time in the future. Ahmed is nothing like, far more, as more, not really intelligent than he looks. So here the suggested answer, Ahmed is far more intelligent. When we want to make the comparison more stronger or stronger, we use far with before more or less. Far more intelligent than he looks. That's the expression that we use to make the comparison stronger or more effective. The book, which, who, when, where was written by Madonna has become a success. The book is something that is non-living, غير عاقل. So the book which was written, which was written. Ali is from Egypt. This is question tag, isn't he? Isn't he? Of course, this is positive. So the question tag should be negative, isn't he? I don't believe you. I think you are making it up. Make up here means to create something from your own. Making it up. What she said was totally comprehensible, incomprehensible, misunderstand. What she said was totally incomprehensible, something that you couldn't understand. I didn't get a word. He is believed to be. He is believed to be the last man who speaks that language or this language. This is the end of the multiple choice. Now let's go to the grammar. Rewrite the following sentences using the words in brackets to give the same meaning. It wasn't necessary to buy any cakes. I have bought already. I have bought already. So if you are asked to use needn't like this, we use the expression needn't have plus past participle that expresses actions that you regret doing. So it wasn't necessary. You needn't have bought any cake. I have bought already. You needn't have bought. That means that you did something that it wasn't necessary. I have already bought. Number 2, he wrote the letter, then he posted it. Having is followed by past participle. Having written the letter, he posted it. Sales of fair trade products have increased. When you have the proposition like this of, it should be, you are talking about the uses or different uses of the verb take off, but you have to put it in the right tense. Sales of fair trade products have increased. So you can say sales of fair trade have taken off recently, or there is no recently. So here, sales of fair trade have taken off. Number 4, people are prepared to afford slightly higher prices. Afford here means يتحمل, and we have to replace it with the verb put up with. People are prepared to put up with the same meaning like afford, slightly higher prices. People are prepared to put up with slightly higher prices. The last one, I live in the room that overlooks the garden. That's using the gerund or in the middle. I live in the room. I live in the room overlooking the garden. I live in the room overlooking the garden. Now let's go to the third or the fourth question, reading comprehension. We have to read the passage as a whole, then we start to answer the questions. Some students may start read the questions first to get an idea about the questions, but I prefer or advise you to read the text first, then you start to look for to answer the questions. Mr. Ali is a teacher of English in one of the biggest preparatory schools in Asyut. He lives with his family in a city 30 kilometers away from Asyut. His wife is also a teacher at the same school, but she teaches Arabic. They go to school and come back together in their small car. They have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Their son, Sami, is 13 years old. He likes reading stories. His younger brother, Farid, is 9 years old. He's interested in playing computer games. The girl is called Noha. She's 14 years old. She likes using the internet every day. Every Friday, Mr. Ali and his family visit their grandfather, Mr. Murad, who is a famous businessman in Asyut. Mr. Ali enjoys playing chess with his father and talking about football. I think this is a very easy subject and it's very direct. And the information are very easy. What Mr. Ali's job? Of course, he is a teacher. He is a teacher, or Mr. Ali is a teacher. Mr. Ali is a teacher. How does Mr. Ali spend his free time with his father? Let's go to the dialect. Yes. Ali enjoys playing chess with his father and talking about football. Ali, how does Mr. Ali spend his time? Ali spent his free time with his father playing chess and talking about football. Ali spends his free time with his father playing chess and talking about football. Yes. How many boys are there in the family? Here we see that they have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. How many boys are there in the family? 2 boys. 2 boys are in the family. There are persons in Mr. Ali's family, 13, 35, 9. They have 3 children, the husband and the wife, so the total is 5. There are 5 persons in Mr. Ali's family. Farid goes to school. Farid is 9 years old. Once he is 9 years old, so he's still in a primary school. Farid goes to primary school. According to his age, 9 years, so he goes to primary school. Not preparatory, not secondary or university. Mr. Ali is fond of chess. It's a very easy subject and the questions are very direct. Now to the writing. Write a paragraph of 10 sentences on one only of the following topics. Life in a big city, the advantages and disadvantages of television. I will give you a subject about life in a big city. Let's read and to get some information about how to deal with a subject like this. Life in a big city. Of course, you can write on your own language. Living in a big city is a dream for a lot of people. Indeed, someone who lives in a big city has better access to quality education, standard and effective healthcare, electricity, purified water, and other facilities, which are not easily available to people living in small towns and villages. One of the advantages of living in a big city is that big cities offer more freedom and one can live their life the way they want. without worrying about people constantly judging them. But on the other hand, there are some disadvantages of living in big cities. Life in a big city is also very fast-paced, noisy, and competitive. في منافسة. Air quality is a huge problem in big cities. Breathing the air that is severely polluted can cause lungs and respiratory diseases. The streets are always crowded and noisy. There are frequent traffic jams, and it is hard to get anywhere on time. To sum up, while the big cities offer excellent opportunities to learn and grow, life here is busy. There's so much to do that there's just no time to sit and relax. People are so engrossed with their work that they do not even get time to spend with their family. Many people feel isolated in such atmosphere. While they become successful in life, they hardly have anyone to celebrate their success with. If you find that subject or that paragraph or that essay a little bit long, you can contract or just you take ideas that will help you to write with your own language. Now, my dear students, we will go to the sixth part of our exam, that is literature. Answer only 5 of the following questions. Why do you think Charles Darnley was ashamed of his family? Gabel was. Now let's go directly to the questions and answers. Question number 1. Why do you think Charles Darnley was ashamed of his family? كان يشعر بالخزي أو بالعار من أسرته. He was ashamed of his own family name because they were very cruel and treated the poor people badly. He was kind to the poor, and this is why his uncle, the Marquis of Evermont, did not like him. He was an idealist man. Charles Darnley was an idealist man when he decided to give up his entire property to the oppressed people. Question number 2. Gabel was accused of treason, تهم بالخيانة, for serving Darnley's family. Discuss. Gabel was put in prison because he was accused of treason for serving Darnley, who was considered to be an immigrant. He was going to be sentenced to death. هيحكم عليه بالإعدام. He tried to tell the people that Darnley was on their side and had ordered Gabel not to collect taxes, but they would not listen to him. Question number 3. How was Dr. Manette's imprisonment a source of help for Darnley during his difficulty? كان مصدر قوة، يعني فترة سجنه كانت مصدر قوة له في فترة سجن Charles Darnley. Dr. Manette was a Bastille prisoner, or you can say ex-Bastille prisoner. His imprisonment and suffering gave him power in Paris during the revolution. He gained the love and respect of the mob and those in authority. They listened to his story and backed it up. For his sake, they spared Darnley's life. They didn't kill Darnley. They even appointed him a medical officer of La Force. Thus, he was able to save Darnley from death, and later on, he was able to bring Darnley to a trial. يقدمه للمحاكمة. Darnley tried to discourage Mr. Lorry from going to Paris. Discourage here معناها يثبط أو يعني يمنعه من. Illustrate, فسر. He told Mr. Lorry that he was an old man and the journey would be long and tiring for him. He added that Paris at that time, at the time of the revolution, of course, was a very unsafe place for him. But of course, Mr. Laurie said that I'm an Englishman and there is no risk for me or danger for me to travel to save the documents of the Tellson's Bank. Sidney Carton would never be a lion, but he was an amazingly good jackal. Explain. Carton used to help others. اعتاد أن يساعد الآخرين, but he never helped himself. For example, he helped Stryver to solve very difficult cases and achieve success, but he never tried to help himself to be successful in life. And later, he also helped Lucy to save her husband's life and put himself in prison instead of him for his beloved happiness. Why do you think the mob attacked the Bastille? لماذا العامة من الفرنسيين هاجموا سجن الباستيل؟ Because it represented injustice and oppression. كان يمثل الظلم وعدم العدالة. They attacked it to free the prisoners who were imprisoned without accusation or trial, to destroy the records which had the names of the prisoners, to destroy the instruments of torture, أدوات التعذيب, and because Defarge wanted to see the secret cell 105 North Tower where Dr. Manet was imprisoned before. Now let's go, my dear student, to the last question, that was poetry. Poetry from the poem Blow Blow. The first question was, the questions of poetry could be paraphrase or find the figures of speech. Answer the following questions. Mention two figures of speech from the poem. The second question, how does the poet compare strong wind to ungrateful friends? So here, there are no questions about paraphrasing. They are asking about the figure of speech and the comparison in the poem. Let's deal with the first question. Mention two figures of speech from the poem. The first one, there is a personification. The poet speaks to the wind, asking it to blow and then to freeze. This is the first figure of speech. The second one, alteration in hey, hey, who, is meant as a way of saying, oh, well, let's go on with it, to show the poetic voice moving on despite the pain he has suffered from. How does the poet compare strong wind to ungrateful friends? كيف قارن الشاعر ما بين الرياح القوية والصديق الغير وفي؟ There is a comparison between the wind and man. Man's ingratitude and unfaithfulness are more bitter and more cruel than the wind. Here, the comparison between the wind and the ingratitude and unfaithfulness of a friend or a brother. That's the end of our session today. We have answered and covered all the questions of the second term exam 2021. I hope you have get the benefit and you find it useful. Don't forget to put like and share the video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Till we meet again, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.